Coming from Miss MJ Marfori of TV5.
Hi, I'm here. Congratulations. Direct, I'm just curious. You said na parang ito yung sa pitong VMAX na ginawa mo, ito yung pinaka-close to your heart. What themes did you explore and why did you choose those themes for Latina?
I've always been fascinated with the concept of memory. Kasi I've been thinking about it a lot, and sa buhay natin, I think what constitutes who we are is the memories that we have. And na-explore dito sa pelikulang to while I was writing it, yung very concept na yun. So, makikita natin through Katarina kung ano yung kung sino siya at kung yung mga questions leading up to what identity is and what role memory has to explaining essentially who we are as people. So,
Ayan. And of course, for the cast, can you talk a little bit about your roles? Ladies first, go.
Oh, hi! So, yung character ni Katarina, she's someone bago eh. So, lahat ng tao na intriga sa kanya, sino tong babaeng to? And nakikita natin dun sa may trailer, sabi ni Popoy, ni Chester, nakakalibog. Sabi niya ganun. So, parang nag-focus kasi yung title na Latina, nag-focus siya sa physical aspects ni Katarina. Sobrang Latina, manamit, mag-ayos ng buhok, mag-makeup, ganyan. But the themes of the film focuses on identity and transformation. And I think dapat dun nagre-revolve yung story ni Katarina kung paano niya mapapakita kung sino siya through the different versions of herself through different characters.
How about for you, Chester?
Yes, yung sa character ko na si Popoy is like worker lang siya doon sa movie, and therefore na-fascinate ako doon kay Katarina kasi syempre sobra kong in-admire yung physical body niya. So yun nga, sobrang Latino yung datingan niya, and then maganda yung pagkaka-deliver ko, I think, kasi challenge din sa akin yung mga ganitong characters. Unlike on my previous mga film, kasi hindi ako masyadong villainous ngayon. Well, this is a good opportunity sa career ko nung nakuha ko yung character na to. Ayun, and I'm thankful for it. Yun.
That's nice. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was Miss
Thank
MJ Marfori of TV5. Up next, we have Jeff Fernando of Daily Tribune.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi. My first question is for Direk King. Direk, ayun, kasi sa mga beauty contest, di ba, ibig sabihin ng Latina, maganda, perfect, ganyan. Dito po sa pelikulang ito, paano nyo identify yung Latina?
sa totoo lang, to answer your question, I would have to spoil the ending.
Okay.
So, to actually get the actual answer, kailangan panoorin nyo.
Okay.
Pero ostensibly, it's about kung ano yung effect ni Katarina sa mga tao sa boarding house or dun sa
Okay.
town. So, yung effect niya is she's foreign. She seems foreign kasi hindi alam ng mga tao kung saan siya galing. Isa siyang enigma and very engaging.
Okay.
So, ostensibly, it's about that.
Okay.
Pero yung real answer, you would have to finish the movie. You have to watch the movie.
Thank you, Direk. My next question is for Shalani. Hi, Shalani. Sa teaser kanina ang sabi, pinakilala ka na ang bagong magpapainit sa BMX. Pressure ba yun on your part? Ano masasabi mo?
Yes, definitely. Definitely pressure po siya kasi it's a new taste to, express artistically. Parang paano ko siya i-approach ng aligned creatively sa vision ko as a BMX artist. And most importantly, like the movie Latina, parang nag-focus siya sa physical aspects. So, yeah, something na magpapainit kasi sexy ka, ganyan. But I want to be defined more than sexy. I want to be defined to see people, to admire me through me. Yun.
Thank you and congratulations sa inyo. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Jeff Fernando of Daily Tribune. For our next question, we have Mark Magadia of Maganda Ba Movie.
Hi guys, I'm here. First question ko kay Direk. Yung pelikula na Latina, sa tingin mo paano siya nag-stand out as a VMX film compared to the existing films na meron na ngayon sa catalog ng streaming platform na ito? Ano yung parang naging characteristic na pelikula ito that will make it a standout?
When I was writing it and when I directed it, I was able to explore and really, you could say I went all out. Meron akong mga elements na hindi ko nagawa before from my other films. Especially visually, yung cinematography nito is very, I would say very aesthetic, very beautiful. Yun na pinaka how I would describe it. Kasi marami akong mga eksena na talagang nag-focus ako sa visual aspects of it. Marami akong mga slow motion, maganda yung milieu, and maganda yung mise-en-scène of certain scenes. You can actually feel the intrigue and the tension and the suspense na kailangan for those particular scenes. Gumamit ako ng analog na camcorder for the dream and memory sequences. Kasi meron talagang sense of nostalgia yung ganong klaseng footages. Hindi siya kaya i-capture ng high definition cameras talaga. And importante kasi sa film na to yung theme of nostalgia. Kasi babalik tayo dyan, magiging callback siya eventually when you go back to, mako-foreshadow siya. Very important. And bukod doon, yung rain scene and yung opening scene especially, I'm very proud of. Kasi talagang, I would say it's a visual spectacle.
Okay.
Sana mapanood niyo.
Yeah. Sige, thank you, Direk. For my second question sa cast naman, ano yung parang nagiging, yung parang nakaka-relate kayo sa mga character na you portray dito sa pelikulang Latina? Let's start with Chester.
Nakaka-relate ako kasi minsan yung pagka-halimbawa na yung sa character ko na nakakita ng isang magandang babae and naku-curious ako na ano ba yung ginagawa nito sa buhay, ano ba yung lifestyle nito, ano bang meron siya. So doon ako nakaka-relate sa kanya na parang, oo, minsan din ako yung parang I want to know more about her, pero gusto ko lang i-low-key na gusto ko malaman yung mga bagay tungkol sa'yo. Parang ganun lang. So doon ako nakaka-relate sa part ni Popoy. Ayun.
Okay, and how about you, Shalai?
How do I relate myself to the
Yeah,
character?
with your character.
Okay. So before this, actually, nung binasa ko pa lang yung storyline, last year, I was struggling with my career. Not in this industry, but other industry, a corporate job. So, sabi ko, sana yung next na work ko, something that I would love. Then, pinasat sa akin tong storyline na to. Sabi ko, ba naman yung dasal ko? Sabi ko, sana, parang ma-explore ko yung sarili ko artistically and yung diversity ng personality ko. Kasi I grew up in different environments. I grew up in Cubao, Parañaque, and Bulacan. So, different versions of myself. So, with Katarina, dun ko na-explore yung different versions of myself. Kasi with every character, napalabas ko yung iba't ibang version ko. Like, with, for example, kay Mark, yung kay Mac Morales, nalabas ko yung soft version of me, which is I find yung Bulacan version of me. And yung Cubao version of me naman, kay Popoy, doon ko siya napalabas. Yung strong, bold, dominant. And then kay Nikki, mas introspective and intellectual. Yun naman yung Cubao, Quezon City version of me. So doon ko nakita si Katarina to my story, how yung perspective ko kasi sa sarili ko, I am not just one version of myself. I am a collection of every people I meet, and that is Katarina. She's a collection of every people she meets. Yun.
Okay, thank you, Shalem.
Thank you, then.
Congrats.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for your questions. That was Mark Magadia of Maganda Ba Movie. Up next, we have Jasper Valdez of Manila Standard.
Hello po, congratulations sa movie. My question is for Direk and the cast. Paano nyo hinahandle ang judgment or stigma that sometimes comes with doing BMX projects?
I handle it like a professional, pero at the same time, nag-enjoy ako sa ginagawa ko. I love this job, tsaka I'm looking forward na, hindi naman siya, sobrang the way the people see. And because the way I see it, it's actually fun, and at the same time, I do it professionally, so walang negative para sa akin. If the people see it, it's okay. Pero yung sinasabi ko sa sarili ko, just always think na some people think it that way, pero some people really like it so much. So, na-appreciate ko yung work na to, so hindi ko masyadong iniisip yung negative part. Yun lang. Thank you.
Okay. So, pwede ba magkwento? Kasi before this press conference, sobrang kinakabahan po ako. Pumunta ako ng Cubao Expo para, alam mo yun, to talk to someone. Yun yung main objective ko. To talk to someone, a stranger, tapos kukwentuhan ko siya about my film. And then, nung nandun ako, parang na-shy ako na mag-approach to someone. Then, may lumapit sa akin. Puno siya ng tattoo sa mukha. Tapos may may hoop. Anong tawag sa ganon? Yung tunnel, ganyan. Tapos nag-alok siya sa akin ng sticker. Sabi ko, pwede niya bang bentahan, ganyan. Tapos sabi ko, patingin muna. Nagtanong ako sa kanya about the sticker. Sabi niya, bakit may ahas dito? Bakit may torch dito? Ganyan. So sabi niya, ba't ang dami mong tanong? Sabi ko, syempre, artist to artist. Kailangan kong intindihin kung bakit ko bibilin to. Before ko bilhin, di ba? Kailangan ko maintindihan. Kasi 100 pesos yun, tas 3 sticker lang siya. Then, sabi niya, okay, sige, in-explain niya sa akin na for enlightenment yun, na may mga different chakras, ganyan. Tapos tinanong niya, teka, artist ka din? Sabi ko, anong klaseng artist? Sabi ko, Viva Max artist. Sabi niya, talaga? So you do porn? Tapos sabi ko, no, sabi ko, hindi. I do provocative storytelling. Then, nung tinanong niya, so may mga penetration ba dyan? So instead na parang ma-offend ako, talagang tinignan ko siya, ito siguro yung magiging audience ko, ganito yung magiging tingin sa akin ng tao. And I didn't take that offensively. Instead, I enlightened him na, okay, ito yung trabaho ko. Kinuwento ko sa kanya yung buong story ng Latina. And then sabi ko, okay, after this, do you still think of me as a porn artist or a porn star or an artist? Sabi niya, definitely an artist. Kasi I've been passionate about this film ever since from the start. Storyline pa lang, talagang tinignan ko muna kung kaya ko siyang ganapan. Then, nung first time ko ma-meet si Direk, sobrang nonchalant niya na nakaganon lang siya. Tapos sabi ko, ako kasi kapag may na-meet akong isang tao, nag-aano agad ako, parang inaano ko talaga yung energy na binibigay ko sa tao para same energy yung ibalik nila sa akin. So yung approach ko kay Direk, I really love the story, ganyan. Sabi ko, I really see myself, gusto ko ilabas dito yung Cubao, Paranaque, and iba't ibang versions of myself through Katarina. Tapos sabi niya, alam mo, buti ka pa, sobrang na-appreciate mo. So yun doon, from there, nagkaroon na mediate yung energy all throughout the entire filming. Hanggang sa dulo, mataramdaman mo yung passion, yung pagiging professional ng mga kapwa naming actors. So, yun, yung stereotype, nasa inyo naman yun eh, kung paano nyo siya makikita. But, yun, isa din yun, parang isa sa mga sinadjust sa akin ni Direk na panoorin is yung Lost in Translation. Isa din sa mga line na nagustuhan ko is yung sinabi ni Bill Murray na as long as you know what you want and you know yourself and you know what you want, nothing can upset you. So kahit anong sabihin ng tao, tingin sa akin is a porn star or whatever, I do provocative storytelling and yun, nakikita ko sarili ko as an artist. So the stereotype doesn't bother me at all as long as I know na ito yung motive ko in my craft. Yun. Thank you.
I would just like to say na ever since kasi I'm a cinephile, I've seen a lot of movies and many of my favorite films are have elements of sensuality, have erotic elements, Basic Instinct, Mulholland Drive, and marami sa mga alamat na aktor ay hindi natakot na ilahat yung mga sarili nila. Kasi like andyan sila, like pag tinignan mo, sila Nicole Kidman, nagubad. Sila Halle Berry, nagubad. At hanggang ngayon, nire-respeto natin sila for it. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's nothing shameful about being confident with who you are, and there's nothing shameful about our bodies. Hindi siya nakakaya. Actually, ang nakakaya is yung tinatakpan mo yung katawan mo. At our default, hubad tayo eh. Itong mga suot natin, hindi naman ito parte ng katawan natin. So, yung judgment, I would say, first of all, hindi ko naman nababasa yung mga yun kasi hindi ako nagsuscroll through social media. And second, I really, really do not care. Yun lang.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. That was Jasper Valdez of Manila Standard. Up next, we have Ms. Dolly Ann Carvajal of Philstar.
For Shalani and for Chester, kasi nabanggit ni Direk kanina na it's about, may part about memory na yung movie niyo. So, if it's okay, would you be able to share your favorite memory and your most painful memory? Siguro without giving all the details if it's too painful to remember.
Painful memory.
Yeah, and your favorite memory.
Okay, painful memory and favorite memory. Well, yung painful memory is, well, I think I'm gonna say I pay more sa kuryente nitong nakaraan. It's so high, grabe. That's very painful. No, seriously, kasi it used to be 5K and then now it's 11K. That's too much. So, favorite memory is that nag-staycation ako with my family and then I enjoy it. Ayun, and then we go for a swim and then ayun, there was a place here in Pampanga. There got like a cheese bread, like LA bake shop. Napakasarap ng cheese bread doon. I like it so much, may enjoy it. And then ayun, yung mga favorite memories ko, like we go out, family, outing, swimming. Ayun, tapos nabili ko yung mga good gadgets. Actually, yun yung mga favorite memories ko ngayon eh. Like, I can afford things na good for me. Ayun, tapos I eat stuff, pero syempre, nandun pa rin yung binabalance ko yung mga diet. Yun yung mga good things para sa favorite memory ko yun. Like, most of the time. Maraming salamat, Miss Dolly.
Shalani.
Okay, sige, I won't go into details, but my painful memory siguro para sa akin is my career. When I was struggling to find my way in life, like in general, kung ano yung magiging career ko, kung saan ako pupunta, ganyan. Kasi I wasn't really happy. Parang, at some point sabi ko, okay, dito ako magaling, pero I wasn't happy. So yun yung parang isa sa pinaka naging frustration ko talaga last year. Siguro favorite memory ko is when I was offered to be a Viva artist. Yung time na yon, parang sabi ko, finally, nabigyan ako ng opportunity to express myself naman artistically and creatively. Kasi I believe myself as a very creative person. I think a lot. I'm a very introspective person. And through this craft, feeling ko doon ko siya mai-express ng sobra. Kaya, yun parang celebrating myself as me. Kasi parang during my corporate jobs, I was, parang
You're stuck.
I was stuck. I was playing a certain role. Basta parang naisip ko sa sarili ko, ito na lang ba yung role ko forever? I want to be everything. And then through this, being an artist, parang you can be everything. So yun yung nakakatuwa doon. Kaya ko siya favorite memory. Thank you. Thank you for asking that. That's a good question.
Thank you. And for Direk, kung bibigyan nyo ng tagline itong Latina, what would it be? A blurb or catchphrase?
We become our memories is our tagline.
Ganda. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Ms. Dalia Ann Carvajal of PhilStar. Up next, we have Jojo Panaligan of Writer PH.
Thanks, Jean. Kay Shanani.
Hello.
Hello. What do you think of people who say na, especially pag baguhang artista ka, na ang paghuhubad ay an act of desperation? That's what they say.
That's a good question. But I don't really see it as an act of desperation. It's a way of expressing being human. Kasi for me, when I see myself in the mirror, I don't see myself as bastos. I see myself as a whole version of me without anything, without my identity being Latina right now, or kahit magsuot ako ng boyish, and then yun yung version ko. No. When you're naked, you become the whole part of yourself. You're not just a sexy star. You're a lot of versions of yourself. Pwede kang maging sporty, pwede kang maging athletic, or pwede kang maging cinephile, pwede kang maging, you are a lot of versions of yourself. So I think yung nagsasabi na it's an act of desperation. But me, when I entered this industry, especially the filming, hindi ko siya makita as an act of desperation. Kasi ako, pag nagmahal ako, gusto ko mind, body, and soul. And paano ko mapapakita yun? And bakit? Kung in-offer sa akin opportunity is through provocative storytelling, and it's how I will execute my character, and kailangan siya for my character. Bakit hindi?
Ikaw talaga tinanong ko because I knew you could handle the question well.
Thank you so much.
Kay Chester, yun namang sinasabi nila na okay lang sa lalaki ang magpakita since wala namang mawawala sa kanila. What do you think of that?
Thank you for the question, pero first time ko lang na-encounter yung question yan. So parang, okay lang sa magubad kasi wala naman akong mawawala. Mostly wala namang, frankly.
I think ang ibig sabihin nila doon kumpara sa babae na yung sa ganong point of view.
Yung point of view yung opposite kasi parang may iba yung So sa lalaki, parang pagka nagubad, wala namang mawawala. Ito na lang. Ito ang iniisip ko dyan Minsan naisip ko itong part na to sa buhay ko habang gumagawa ako ng Viva Max. So, if marami na rin akong photos, kasi minsan photos na ganyan lumalabas sa internet. Pagdating ng panahon, I'm not gonna be doing it. Pero syempre, pagka nakita ko yung mga dati kong projects, siguro, I'm gonna say to myself na there was one time, this was me. And that's okay. Kasi, alam mo yun, parang time will pass. Maybe on the next decade, there will be another Chester. I don't know. But for the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy if I'm doing let's just say, sabi ni kanina ni Shanani is yung content na gano'n. Yung sa akin kasi ang tawag ko doon is adult content. So, na-appreciate ko to, yung journey na to. Like I always said in the interview, na-appreciate ko tong, yung, let's just say, pagubad. Na-appreciate ko tong journey na to kasi hindi lang naman ako nagubad eh. I do adult content na may story. So one day, if I see myself, those projects before, there was the time that that was me. And I appreciate what I did there. And, ayun, thankful ako sa mga nagbigay sa akin ng opportunity na ginawa ko yun. Yun lang. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. My last question to Direk. Direk, do you feel, do you feel na nag-i-improve na ang tingin ng Pilipino sa erotic movies? Mas bawas na ba ang pagiging conservative natin?
Ever since kasi Viva Max is like it's the latest evolution of Philippine eroticism in cinema. Nagsimula tayo sa Bomba Days, tapos dumating tayo sa era nila Aramina, tapos ngayon this is the latest evolution of eroticism in Philippine cinema. And I don't know in terms of like nag-improve or nag-decline. Hindi siya about that kasi it's always been, eroticism has always been viewed the same ever since. So, kahit na ano naman natin sabihin natin, merong ayaw dyan at merong gusto yan. And I guess it's all a matter of perspective kasi hindi naman magkakasundo ang mga tao ever. Na tayo laging magiging magkakaibang mga opinion natin. So, I guess what matters more than anything is how you approach your craft.
But I've been watching you since the press con started. I know you're proud of this movie.
Very proud, thank you.
Thanks. Congrats.
Panoorin mo.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was Jojo Panaligan of Rider PH. For our next batch, please do stand by Ray Pumaloy of Abante Lilig, Richard Paglikawan of Lionheart TV, Amiel Gosel of Official KPX, Jacob Manangan of Jacob TV, and Brian Carmona of Trending Garden. Our next question will be coming from Ray Pumaloy of Abante Lilig.
Hi, si Chester kilala ko na baby namin ito sa Abante Lilig.
Thank you.
Si Shalani at saka si Direk. Let's be a little lighter naman this time. Shalani, paano ka ba na-discover? Kasi tinatanong mo yung career mo parang na-frustrate or something, parang hindi mo gusto, struggling. Could you tell us more about yourself before joining showbiz? Paano ka na-discover or saan ka ba nanggaling? Anong educational background mo, family, bakit from Cubao, naging Paranaque, and ganon. Tapos, yun. Tapos bakit may ganun kang character na kinakailangan mong kumausap ng ibang tao na kahit random lang, na hindi ka natatakot?
Okay. Yung mom ko kasi description niya sa akin, naklakas talaga ng loob mo ever since bata ka. And kapag masaya ka, maganda lagi kinakalabasan. Yun yung tumatak lagi sa isip ko ever since. Dala-dala ko yan sa lahat ng version ng sarili ko. Bata pa lang ako, iba-iba na yung environment ko kasi yung family namin extended lagi sa loob ng bahay. So either sa father side, sa mother side, yung father side ko tumira once sa Paranaque kasi yung dad ko fire investigator siya. So tawag dito, paiba-iba yung mga destino, yun ba yung term doon? Then yung lumaki naman ako sa Cubao kasi nagbulakan muna ako kasi gusto namin ng different environment kasi nga baka masyado nang mapollute yung utak ko sa syudad. So nilagay nila ako sa Bulacan, ganyan. Doon naman ako natutong parang maging conservative, at saka yung maging carefree din. Kasi iba yung buhay sa probinsya, iba ang mga bata sa probinsya, iba yung bata sa mga syudad. So, every time na lumilipat ako ng environment, nagkakaroon ako ng sense of adaptability sa doon ko nag-gain yung iba't ibang version ng sarili ko. Ay, okay, hindi ako pwedeng carefree dito. Kasi nung high school ako, galing akong Bulacan, pumunta ako ng Cubao. Ang first impression nila sa akin is pagka maganda ka kasi, parang, sorry, medyo mayabang. May impression na agad sila sa'yo na parang, okay, either bobo ka, pag ganda ka, mabobo ka, or pag maganda ka, ano ka, tawag dito?
Nabubuli ka.
Nabubuli ako. Kasi nga, sobrang carefree ako na tumakit ako ng bintana. Kasi sa probinsya, yun yung parang akit ka ng mga puno, ganyan. So, yun. Dun, tas nabully ako. Sabi ko, hindi to pwede dito. So, kailangan mag-adjust ako. Tapos, meron akong isang naging kaklase na ano naman siya, prim and proper, tapos maganda rin siya, pero hindi siya nabubully. Sabi ko, baka kailangan maging ganun din ako. So yun, nag-adapt ako 2nd year hanggang 4th year, nagbago na yung ano nila, treatment nila sa akin. Kasi nga, yun nga, natuto akong mag-adapt sa kung ano yung, kung paano lumugar ng sarili. Tapos, during my corporate days, ayan, isa yan sa pinaka-nag-struggle talaga ako. Kasi,
Anong company to? What this company does?
yung marketing, graduate po kasi ako ng broadcasting. So, yan, nasa ano tayo, isang larangan. Broadcasting po yung tinapos ko. Mahilig kasi akong makipag-usap sa mga tao. Yun yung kinahiligan ko kasi all throughout my life, iba't ibang tao yung kausap ko eh. So, iba't ibang mga pananaw, iba't ibang. So, yun yung nagpipick ng curiosity ko. So, I took mass communication kasi doon ko nakita na dito yung strength ko, dito yung pagkatao ko. And after I graduated,
Saan to?
sa
Yung college, ano?
St. Paul tsaka Trinity po. Yan. Nung after graduate, sabi ko, before ako graduate, sabi ko, tatry ko mag-artista, ganyan. Kaso iba yung demand ng buhay. Kailangan mas maging practical. So nag-corporate po muna ako. Pumasok ako sa marketing industry. Pwede po, bawat sa yung company, diba? Pero nasa marketing industry po ako. 3 kumpanya po, pero hindi ko talaga makita yung sarili ko na parang isa lang yung ginagawa ko na parang okay, test job. Tapos minsan nag-try naman ako fieldwork naman kaso parang routine-based. Hindi ganun yung hanap ng kaluluwa ko. Yun. So parang nung time na nabigyan po ako ng opportunity, si Sir Neil po, yung manager ko, siya po, nagmo-model na po kasi ako dati. Doon ko po na-express yung creative side ko. Nagko-collaborate ako sa mga photographers na same kami ng creative visions, ganyan. Tapos si Sir Neil, nakilala ko rin po siya sa modeling, yun. Tapos hanggang sa nung after ko, actually, nakakatawa po yung story kasi dito, kaka-resign ko lang po, tapos umiiyak ako ng isang pangit-pangit ko kasi haggard, ganyan. Tapos biglang nag-chat si Sir Neil, sabi niya, saan ka? Sabi ko, nasa Pasig po. Sabi niya, sakto, balik ka dito, ipakilala kita sa management, ganyan. Parang gusto mo ba mag-artista? Sabi ko, bakit po ngayon? Sabi niya, hindi, okay lang yan, sige, punta ka lang. Pumunta ako, tapos pinakilala ko kay Boss Vic, kasi marami kaming mga artist doon. Audition, ganyan. Tapos nung una, hindi talaga ako nagustuhan. Tapos nag-alam ako na ito parang short introduction. Tapos yun, dun po ako naging artista ng Viva. Actually, Viva 1 po ako nung una. Yun po, dun po nagsimula.
Viva 1 tapos, so paano ka tumuloy sa Viva Max? Ay, wala ka nagawa sa Viva 1.
Po?
Wala kang nagawa sa Viva 1?
Meron po. May
meron?
dalawa po. Actually, last year lang po yun eh. June lang po.
And then, series daw ba yun?
Yes po, teleserye. Para sa isa't isa. Tsaka Project Loki.
Okay. Tapos, paano ka tumawid ng Viva Max? Tapos yung sinabi sa yung magsisexy ka, magiging provocative ka.
Well, nung in-offer siya sa akin, pinag-isipan ko siya eh. Sabi pa nga ni Boss Vic na parang yan ang gusto ko, pinag-iisipan. Gano'n naman talaga ako eh. Kailangan pag-isipan ko talaga muna. Kasi very overthinker ako. Yung anxiety ko, daming pumupunta sa bawat sulok ng possibilities. So, yun. Pero, tinanong ko talaga kung sino ako. Tapos, I believe that it's always been a part of me na how I see art na dapat mas raw. And doon ko siya nakita as sa provocative storytelling. But yun nga, I don't limit myself in just one version of me. And this is kaya nakita ko, kaya sobrang nagustuhan ko yung storyline ng Latina. Kasi hindi lang pinakita dito na maganda siya, na sobrang Latina lang siya. She's more than just one version of herself. And dun ko mapapakilala yung sarili ko as an actress. Yan.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
isang question na lang kay Chester. Chester, hindi pa naman talaga matanda, kasi pero matagal ka na rin sa industry. Sabi mo nga, paano ka, hindi naman compete ang tao, paano ka kumo-cope up dun sa mas bata at mas mapangahas, palaban ng mga newbie ng Viva Max? Kasi ikaw yung, hindi ka nawawala ng trabaho kasi, parang meron kang sunod-sunod. Compared dun sa iba na, katulad ng sinabi nila, yung iba naghihintay ng project or something. Pero parang, hindi.
Well, so dito kasi sa BMX, may ano din kasi syempre, yung bawat story may requirements silang na hinihingi. Yung sa akin, well, thankful na lang talaga ako kasi kalabos na binibigay sa akin yung role na tama para doon at pasok sa character. Super thankful ako doon at recently, maraming salamat kalabos kasi sunod-sunod ako nitong mga nakaraan. And yung sinasabi mo paano ako nakaka-cope up dun sa ano, kasi first of all, dito sa industriyang to, kailangan number 1 is your attitude. Number 2 is your professionalism. And number 3, how you execute. Yun. Kasi importante yung execution mo sa paano ko gagawin yung, yung character ko rito, si Popoy. Paano ko siya ipo-portray? Recent project ko, napaka-villainous nung mga atake ko. So, yun nga, attitude, professionalism, and also how you show your craft. I'm not saying na magaling ako, okay? I'm not saying na mas magaling ako sa lahat or sa matagal na or sa bago. I'm just saying that may specific process na kailangan daanan para ma-deliver mo yung sarili mo din sa company. Yun lang po.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Ray Pumaloy of Abante Liling. For our next question, we have Richard Paglikawan of Lionheart TV.
Hello, Derek. Congratulations sa Latina. Actually, curious lang ako, paano siya naging Latina? Paano yung title? And first, ito ba na ba yung talagang original title nito? And tama ba galing ito sa gandang Latina? Or ito na talaga naisip no?
Hindi siya yung ang working title when I was writing it was Katarina. And we moved to Latina para hindi siya naka-focus in one name. The title, I think I've answered this question before, pero yung real reason why is, again, a spoiler. Kailangan mapanood mo siya. Pero ostensibly, it's about someone who seems foreign with a question mark. Kasi when Katarina came to this small rural town, walang nakakaalam kung saan siya galing, walang nakakaalam kung sino siya. And every one she meets, iba-iba yung pagkatao niya. So, mahirap, lahat sila hindi nila ma-align kung sino ba talaga siya. And I guess that also is a very good symbolism and callback dun sa title. Kasi Latina is a foreign concept. We use it ostensibly as to show appreciation to someone who's attractive, but also, it also means someone who's foreign, who's from someplace else. So, yun, kaya bagay siya sa themes ng pelikula.
Thanks, Direk. Shalani, since first project mo to with DMX, paano mo pinaghandaan to? Ano yung mga naging preparations mo? And prior ba sa family mo, nagsabi ka ng, ito po yung gagawin ko para syempre hindi sila ma-shock once na lumabas na to?
Okay, so I'll answer first kung paano ko in-explain kinila mama. Kasi parang, parang walking on eggshells ka dapat kapag kausap mo mga magulang mo. But this time, kailangan mo talagang ipaintindi sa kanila na ito yung craft na gusto mo. And from what I've mentioned before, sinabi niya sa akin na kapag basta masaya ka, alam kong maganda yung kalalabasan. And mas pinaintindi ko sa kanya na masaya ako dito. And tignan mo na lang kung ano yung magiging resulta, kung maganda ba talaga or hindi. Yun. Tapos, in preparation for the film, Latina, ang dami kong ginawang preparation. Nakita ni Direk yun. As in, before pa sila mag-print ng script, nakapag-print na ako ng sarili kong script. Tapos lahat yun, merong notes ko. Okay, sa ganitong scene, ganito yung klaseng version ni Katarina. Paano ko siya mapapalabas? Paano ko siya i-channel sa mismong scene? Like, paano ko ano yung posture niya, iniisip ko kung ano yung mga nuances niya, ano yung mannerisms niya, ganyan. Tapos, marami kami creative alignment ni Direk before shooting the first film. Actually, nung day before taping, may sakit ako noon, tapos barado pa yung ilong ko. So, hindi ako, tapos nag-aya siya, sabi niya, tatakbo ko sa UP. Sabi ko, sige, sama ako. Kasi gusto ko talaga siya makausap day before film. Kasi kinakabahan ako, sobrang ina-anxiety ako nung ano na yun. Tapos sabi niya, saan tayo magkita? Sige, takbo tayo, saan tayo magkita? Sabi ko, dun tayo sa oblation, sa nakahubad, para symbolism. Ganun. Diba? Parang ito yung day before na magiging malaya ka. Ganun. Tapos, nung while running, bilis ni Direk tumakbo. Tapos ako gusto ko labas lahat ng mga ideas ko for the film. Tapos talagang nagka-catch up ako kung paano ko siya i-execute. Sabi ko, Direk, okay lang ba to? Okay lang ba ganyan? Ganyan. Sabi niya, okay lang. Tapos sobrang natuwa ko kasi marunong siyang makinig sa ko. Tapos parang kapag ayaw niya talagang i-communicate niya rin sa akin, ganyan. So that's how I prepared myself for the film. Hindi ko masyado inisip kung ano yung magiging itsura ko. Iniisip ko kung paano ko siya i-execute sophisticatedly.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jean.
Thank you. That was Richard Paglicaon of Lionheart TV. For our next question, we have Emil Busil of Official KPX.
Hello, good afternoon po. This question po is for Direk King. Direk King, hingin ko lang po yung reaction nyo. Regarding dun sa Relievo na unang VMX original na nagkaroon ng overseas adaptation, which was directed by Direk Crisanto Aquino. So, hingin ko lang po yung reaction nyo. Then, nag-i-reason po ba to para magbago yung approach nyo or ma-develop yung mga pelikula tulad netong Latina?
Sorry, you have to enlighten me. Ano nangyari? Hindi ko alam ano nangyari.
Last May po kasi it was announced na yung Relievo po, which VMX original, directed by Crisanto Aquino, nagkaroon po siya ng international adaptation. So, naka-apekto po ba ito sa inyo? Your reaction lang po, kung paano po mag-develop ng mga upcoming projects po sa VMX?
So I wasn't aware of that. Okay. Pero I think it's very good news, of course, and it also goes to show na VMX is a vehicle to expressing art. VMX has a lot of flavors, iba-ibang, lahat sila mature ang themes. Pero iba-iba yung mga flavor, iba-iba yung mga genre. Makakita ka ng action, makakita ka ng drama, makakita ka ng comedy even. So iba-iba talaga yung variety. And may marami ng mga VMX films na nag-festivals. And of course, yung balita mo na ngayon pa lang narinig, meron na palang adaptation. So it's I guess we're achieving newer heights now. And I'm actually glad to hear that kasi baka ma-pick up to. Never know. Pero thank you for saying that.
So yun po yung follow-up question ko. Sa tingin niyo po, ano po yung universal appeal netong Latina?
Kasi hindi siya universal in the sense of like narratively, hindi siya universal in the sense of pangmasa. Hindi siya mainstream, definitely not. But universal kasi ang themes of longing, universal ang themes of melancholy, loneliness, memory, identity, and transformation. Lahat yan nasa parte ng pagkatao natin. And this film, more than anything else, explores the human psyche. So, universal ang human psychology. And lahat tayo merong, in one way or another, may issues. So, this is a psychological film. So it's psychological and it's a mystery thriller. Very universal yung pagiging human niya.
Thank you po.
Thank you for your questions. That was Emil Busel of Official KPX. Up next, we have Jacob Manangan of Jaco TV.
Hello po. Congratulations! Hi Derek, hi Shalani, hi Chester. For my first question kay Derek, how was it so far? Correct me if I'm wrong po, is it your first time attending a press con sa mga VMX movies mo?
Yes, attending no. As the one being interviewed, yes.
How was it so
Pero before kasi marketing ako ng Viva. So kami yung nag-organize talaga nito before. So hindi na bago siya sa akin, pero behind the camera ako dati.
And now you're in front of the camera,
Yes.
being interviewed. How was it so far, the experience?
It's fine. It's not like I'm not really like high into the whole. I'm not in here for the fame or anything. It's just I really just want people to watch it. So ito ginagawa ko to kasi gusto ko mapanood ng mga tao.
Indeed, I agree. And for Shalani, first of all, congratulations, no? Grabe, first BMX movie mo. And first press con mo rin. Kamusta yung experience and ano yung preparation mo?
For this press
For the press conference.
Yun nga, yung kumausap ako ng strangers ko
Ah, yeah.
sa Expo. But more than that, I really reflected on everything that's happened since day one, since the very first beginning of how I fell in love with the story and how passionate I became in making this film. Yun, so parang iba yung nalabas kasi sa akin ng film na to eh. When I mentioned before that I was struggling in my career, I found myself through parang longing to search for my own identity, especially in this industry. Kasi bagong navigating na naman to eh. Parang pag kala mo pag artista ka na, okay na. Pero kapag nandito ka na pala sa loob, ang dami mo pang kailangan kapain kung sino ka o saan ka dapat dalhin. So through this, nung binigay sa akin tong opportunity na to, parang and especially this film na focuses also on identity, na hinahanap nila kung ano ba talaga yung totoong Katarina. But in preparation of this film, I learned na ano pala tayo, hindi lang pala tayo parang isang version of ourselves, that we are a collection of everything, or everything na pinagdaanan natin, kung sino yung mga na-meet natin, ganyan. So, yun, and preparing for this press con, sorry, nag-rumble na yung utak ko, pero it's been a lot of reflecting on my identity and how I see myself as Katarina, ganyan, and how I see myself making this film. Mas lumabas lang dito yung pagiging creative ko and passionate ko about my craft. And from there, parang mas nagkaroon ng clarity kung sino ba talaga ako. Yan.
I love your answer, no? Very talagang inline din sa pelikulang Latina. And since you're a very creative person, do you have like concept in mind if ever given a chance na magkaroon ka ulit ng second VMX movie? Parang concept or parang pwede mong i-pitch?
So kung maging cowgirl. Yun lang, ganun kababaw.
May gusto nang i-pitch, cowgirl daw lang.
Yeehaw!
It's very interesting. Ayan. And for my last question, fun game lang kay Chester and kay Shalani. Sino yung parang sa mga Pinay actresses, sino yung parang feeling nyo Latina beauty?
Yung yung talagang Latina beauty para sa akin.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hindi na siya si Chinchin Gutierrez.
Wow.
Oh, yun, sobra. And, grabe. And way back na napapanood ko dati yung mga films niya. She was so stunning and she was so pretty. She was so divine. Like, alam mo yun, yung face niya, face guard pa lang, that is the face guard. I hope there was gonna be another version of her in my lifetime. Yes, Jinjin Gutierrez. I hope there will be a version of her like in my, here,
Generation.
In my generation hanggat nandito pa ako sa video. Yun lang.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
How about you, Shan?
Tia words back.
Why?
Wala, kasi very ano siya eh, parang yung meaning kasi ng Latina dito sa movie na to, parang very presentable, very Latina, manamit, ganyan, very beauty queen. Yun yung na-imagine ko as when I think about the word Latina and how, yun parang kung paano niya i-exude yung confidence niya, yung how she presents to people. Lalo si Pia, she's very sexy in a sense na very physical yung assets niya and at the same time, she's very sexy sa utak. Kung paano siya sumagot sa mga Q&A, yun.
And can I just say you really are Latina as well. Thank you so much.
That's such a huge compliment.
Thank you, Jacob Alangan of Jaco TV. And for our last set of questions, we have Brian Carmona of Trending Garden.
Hello po, congratulations po sa movie. Ang question ko lang po para sa mga artists po, ano po yung preparations na ginawa ninyo to win the intimate scenes po?
Preparations that I did was first, I talked to her. Since first time niya, syempre, mas maingat ako kasi gonna make sure na comfortable siya and I'm gonna make sure na syempre nandun pa rin yung nakatikit pa rin kami sa concept. Inisip ko pa rin yung sasabihin ni Direk para maganda yung kalabasan. Yun pa rin yung lagi kong ginagawa most of the time. So, tinatanong ko lang ano yung ayong mahawakan. Pero syempre, nandun ako sa part na kailangan katang maalalayan para hindi ka, first of all, inisip ko baka mauntog ka or magkaroon ka ng pasa through handling. Because I'm gonna handle her body. And yun. And tinatanong ko, ito okay ba sa'yo to? Okay ba sa'yo yan? And yun, the next one is the hygiene. So syempre nagre-ready din ako for the hygiene para tuloy-tuloy kami. Ayun lang.
So, me naman, in preparation for the intimate scenes, I make sure to mediate the energy of the people I work with. Especially nung first time kong makilala si Direk, talagang pinoject ko na sa kanya na I'm passionate about this work and I'm really here to be professional. Ganyan, gagawin ko lahat ng gusto niyong ipagawa sa akin, kung creatively aligned tayo sa vision, ganyan. And then, before the intimate scenes, before starting the whole taping, talagang yung nag-pray kami, opening prayer before the taping, sinabi ni Direk na, I'm really passionate about this film. Kailangan pahalagahan niyo to. So I think that sets the whole energy of lahat ng mga tao sa productions, even the actors and the actresses. And even before starting the intimate scenes, Direk Bell would mediate the energy by excusing us dun sa isang room, tapos sasabihin namin, i-communicate namin sa isa't isa na, okay, these are my restrictions, ganyan. Tapos kapag during the intimate scenes, you're no longer an identity or di ka na si Shalani, dapat si Katarina ka na. So, yun, dun ko siya prepare. Very psychological yung pag-prepare ko in the intimate scenes.
Ayun, bali, final question ko na lang po. Since nasabi niyo po na doing intimate scenes, parang kayo na po kasi yung character. Ano naman po yung ginagawa niyo para mapagpag after naman ng scenes? Like, para ma-step out ko po yung sarili niyo sa character niyo.
Sinabi ni Direk, cut, and then, cut. Cut na din yung bitaw na agad ako. Ganun siya.
Excuse me, tinatanong ko lang sa kanya kung ayos ka lang ba? And another thing is, did I cross some of your restrictions before or kanina? So, and I always ask her kung did we okay lang ba tayong dalawa or ganun. Para just making sure na syempre, kagaya na sabi ko kanina, I want to make her feel comfortable. Yun. And para sa pagbag stuff, like I said kanina, I do it professionally. This is just a job, but I love doing this job. And yun, I'm thankful for doing it. I'm grateful for it. Yun.
Thank you po. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was Brian Carmona of Trending Garden, and that concludes our Q&A. Once again, congratulations to Team Latina. And this time, please do invite everyone. We're live also on Facebook, so you can say hello to your fans and invite them to watch, of course, Latina. Let's start off with Chester.
Hi, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ini-invite ko po kayo na manood ng Latina only on VMX app. Sana wag po kayo manood sa ibang platform. VMX lang po. And subscribe now so that you can see more of adult content.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Shalani De Vera, ang kumatawan na Katarina sa pelikulang Latina. Panoorin niyo po ang aming pelikula, Latina, this coming June 19 sa VMX app. Sana po panoorin niyo, huwag niyo skip. Ipanoorin niyo siya ng buo kasi doon yung masasagot kung sino ba talaga si Katarina. Thank you.
Direk?
Yeah, I agree na huwag kayong manood ng pirata. Pumunta po kayo sa BMX app. Sulit ang pag-subscribe kasi you will be able to watch a variety of shows and iba't ibang flavors ang makikita nyo. Also, ibang-ibang quality. And I just want to say na I agree din with Shalani na huwag nyo skip yung mga scenes. Panoorin nyo sana ng buo. Kasi every second of it is worth it. It's cinema. It's not just content.
There you have it. Once again, congratulations to Chester, Gracia, Shalani De Vera, and of course, Direct King Avilas. Let's give them a big round of applause, everybody. Let's have our last photo op. Congratulations to the three of you. Please